Right, so you're welcome again. So we're going to be talking about something quite interesting, and it's like a follow up to my previous video. Now, let me ask you a quick question. What would you do if a sick child appeared on your screen and it seems like they're fighting for their lives? So you see a child with the parents on the screen fighting for their life, and all they needed was your help. What would you likely do? And all they were asking for is your donations. Of course, you would donate. You would share the message. You would probably even pray for the child, because that is who we are. But what if I told you that some of those stories are completely false? Many of the stories you find on the internet today are completely false. Some of those stories are asking you for help. They are false. Not all the stories are fake, but some of them are. And so today, I'm going to be exposing some of the most shocking medical fundraising scams. And then we're going to be finding out how you can avoid being the next victim. So, let's get straight into it. In case you've not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe and follow the channel. So there's this trend now of people faking very serious illnesses just to get money. Many patients truly need our help, but we must be able to fish out those that are scammers. Trust me, some of the stories we're going to be sharing today will leave you speechless. I can tell you for sure. Alright, so the first story is about a child with cancer. Many of us have seen people with cancer, and a child having cancer is so heartbreaking. So cases of cancer in children are heartbreaking. So in 2017, there was a campaign that appeared online that claimed that a young boy was battling non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So that's lymphoma is a cancer of the blood, part of the blood cells, and the mother came out to say that he was undergoing chemotherapy, radiation therapy, that he even had surgery for a lymphoma. Of course, when people heard about it, they donated. The community came together to support. There was even a football team in the community that came forward and said, wow, we've got to help this boy beat cancer. They invited the boy for a special day just to lift his spirits, to make him feel better. Everybody thought they were helping them. Everything seemed so real. But that there was just one problem. Just one problem. It wasn't. It was all a lie. This did not happen in Nigeria, so it happened in a place where a lot of investigations were done, and after several months, the authorities discovered the truth. The child was never sick. The child was not sick. The child did not have cancer. But the child's parents made the whole story up. They made the story up. Can't imagine the child. Of course, they were arrested and charged to court. That's the heights. It's the heights. Using your child to make money. Imagine. Imagine using your child as a tool for deception. Incredible. If you think that's the worst story, it even gets darker. This one is the story of the dead child who was alive. So in this case, the mother of a 10-year-old boy claimed that her child had leukemia. Interestingly, this leukemia too is a disease of the blood cells. And of course, I believe that these people lie because they know. They do quite some research and they find out that, oh, this is what fits this age group. So they knew that one of the common problems of children. So this woman claimed that her child had leukemia. And you know the worst part of it? She said he had a sequence of treatment and he was already close to death. And the doctors had said he was going to die very soon because treatment was no longer working. So you know what she did? She created a bucket list of his final wishes before his death. Imagine a woman creating a bucket list. The community showed up in a big way, of course. Gave him gifts, gave him experiences. It was even an helicopter ride. Then came the devastating updates. She announced that his son had finally died. People mourned because they believed, they grieved. They thought it was the truth. But a few weeks later, police uncovered something unbelievable. The boy was not dead. The boy was alive. Nothing was wrong with the boy. But the parents kept him in an hotel. And were just trying to use him to make money. And you know the most disturbing part of the story? The boy had been made to believe that he actually had that cancer. He had actually, so he thought that was actually what he had. No. So of course the mother was arrested and put in jail, sentenced to prison. Sentenced to prison. At this point, you might be wondering, how far are people willing to go just for money? This brings us to our third story. This is the story of the woman who faked her own illness. I mean, I probably think this one is a bit better because she was faking her own illness. It's at least better than using a child and faking a child's illness and making the child believe that they are ill as well. But I think this one is slightly better, but it's quite crazy. So this is a different kind of scam. So this time it was the parent. Now, this was a woman who convinced the entire community that she had a very, very crazy illness. It's a very rare illness. Chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy, CIDP. So very strange illness, but an autoimmune disease and a disease in which the body fights against itself. So, but she made the whole community believe that she had that illness. She must have read about it because her story spread everywhere. She claimed she was blind. She faked blindness. She faked paralysis. She claimed she was unable to speak. It was almost like she was acting out the symptoms of that illness. And there were lots of donations that came in. She made over $100,000. Even the friends believed that, family believed that, everybody believed that. When these are places where people look at things over and over again. They looked at it again and said, this is not adding up. There was no diagnosis, no medical proof, nothing. It was all staged. She had even, you see, the funny thing here, she has gone as far as buying medical equipment. She bought monitors, she bought auxiliators, bought all those things just to make the life believe. She used part of the money to sustain. And then she was caught. Most of the money had vanished. Now, let's be clear about this. Not every fundraiser is a scam, and many people genuinely need help. These cases reveal something dangerous. Scammers are learning how to manipulate emotions. They know exactly what will make you click, they know what to make you donate, and they know what is going to make you trust them. So, how do you protect yourself against such scams? 1. Medical details. When you see a case and you don't have any verifiable medical details, there's no hospital. There's no name. They are keeping those things secret. If you are coming to the public to ask for funds, that means you must give all the information. That's a red flag. when you put a lot of emotions into storytelling, is a red flag. When the updates are inconsistent, you just see this thing happening today, you see this other thing happening tomorrow. Inconsistent updates is a red flag. When there's no traceable medical team, there's no maybe it just says my doctor. That's it. No team. It's a teamwork. So by the time people have all these complex problems, it's a team. So when the person is talking, they should be talking about teamwork. When it just says a doctor, no traceable facility. Yeah, you have this serious condition and you cannot give us a facility for us to trace. It's very clear. Now there's what we call pressure tactics. So put you under a lot of pressure, make you look like if you don't donate now, the person is going to die or something very bad is going to happen. Pressure tactics. Those are things those are red flags. So always take a moment to verify before you give. Some people sometimes say, well, if you want to give, if you want to give, don't. But don't allow your kindness to be exploited, because there are people who truly need your help. So why would you give your money to a thief when there's somebody who genuinely doesn't have money and needs it? You don't have to just say just give. No. Do not allow your kindness to be exploited. Now, if this opened your eyes, share this video because someone out there will benefit before they fall victim to some of all these scams. And if you haven't watched the previous video, I think you need to watch it. There will be a follow-up video to this in which I'm going to expound on some of the ways for you not to fall victim of these scams. Please subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories. Thank you so much.